Come on, did you take this?
Never seen it.
Well, what was it doing in your bag?
Must have been Jessica. She likes the colours.
Don't you blame that poor little girl. I saw you take it off the shelf.
Why don't you get your eyes tested?
What else have you got in there?
Nothing.
Well, let's have a look.
Mommy! Leave me alone!
Mommy! You all right, honey?
Leave her alone too! Let me go!
Susie! Susie! I need you to take a look in the bag, please.
So, Jessica take these as well?
Right, you're coming with us.
Well, what about Jessica? She can come too.
Where is she? Where the hell is she?
Susie, you look after her. I'm gonna go find the girl.
All right.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm looking for someone.
Well, so am I. It's a little girl.
How old is she?
About 5. You seen her?
No.
And who are you looking for? Is it your child?
No, Dean's 19. I'm his caseworker.
Caseworker?
He's on day release.
Well, what sort of program?
I just have to find him, that's all.
No. What's the program?
The sexual offenders program. He's there for an indecent assault against a young girl.
What's going on? Has someone taken Jessica?
Do you have any idea where your client may have taken the girl?
You don't even know if they're together.
Well, if not, I still have to worry about any other child he may have come in contact with.
Dean is perfectly harmless. He won't hurt anyone.
Well, that's not his history. I looked him up on the system.
He's come a long way. Not that I expect you people to understand something like that.
Well, he gave the first little girl a fractured skull.
Yes, and he's responding well to treatment.
Well, what the hell was he doing on day release anyway?
He'll be back out in the community in 6 months. He needs to develop his social skills if he's not to reoffend.
It's a great start so far.
We're wasting time here. How did he come to abscond?
I was buying us coffee. I left him at the table when I got back.
You left him there by himself?
Constable, why don't you take Lee back to the station?
No way, I'm stopping here.
There's still the matter of the shoplifting to deal with?
You're still on about that? Someone has kidnapped my bloody daughter!
It's okay. You're in good hands here. Foxy here is the best we've got. So just let Constable Jones and Constable Rayner take care of you, okay?
But they took care of my little kid, hey?
You might be able to sweet-talk Sergeant Jacobs, but it won't work on me.
I'm not trying to sweet-talk anyone. It's just explaining what happened.
The little girl may have been abducted by a convicted sex offender because you were more interested in arresting her mother for shoplifting.
Well, I didn't exactly know that was going to
Should
happen.
have taken a lot more care.
We don't know that bloke's got her.
Well, let's hope for everybody's sake that he hasn't. You know why he's in the program?
He sexually assaulted a young girl.
He attacked the little girl next door with a house brick because she threatened to tell her mother he'd been interfering with her.
Well, why isn't an animal like that kept locked up?
He's subnormal. A bit like you in your handling of this.
How the hell was I supposed to know there was some day-release pervert roaming around the bloody shops?
How are you supposed to know there wasn't?
This is bullshit.
You walk out that door, I'll put you on a charge. I suggest you take a long, hard think about your behaviour if you want to remain in the force, high-ranking relatives or not.
You right?
Practically accused me of handing the girl over to that sicko myself.
I mean, you're right to start the interview.
No. You started. I'm going to go back down the shops.
Hey, what about your offender?
What about her? Don't you think it's more important to find that little girl before that pervert does something to her?
Yes, well, Alex and Amy are onto that. You've got work to do here.
Well, how are they going to cover the car park, the surrounding streets?
Don't you worry about that. That is my job. OK, Joss, Kelly?
So was anything troubling Dean before he disappeared?
Not really.
Not really.
Well, there'd been a small disagreement.
What kind of disagreement?
It's nothing at all.
Look, if I was planning a crucifixion, I would have brought nails. Just tell me what the disagreement was about.
He wanted to buy something and I said that he couldn't.
Something?
A calendar. It featured athletes.
What were these athletes wearing?
Not a lot. Look, Dean has the intellectual age of a 12-year-old, less emotionally. He's not equipped to handle that sort of thing.
So let me get this straight. A convicted sex offender wants to buy a nude calendar.
It wasn't a nude calendar. Look, when we find him, he'll need careful handling. He'll be very confused by all
So
this.
where did he see this calendar?
Yeah, I saw a guy like that. Simple. Know what I mean? You're not related, are you?
No.
Never know. Thought I might have put my foot in it for a minute.
So you saw him in the company of this woman?
Yeah, she didn't want him to have one of those calendars. Can't say as I blame you. I remember when athletes kept their clothes on.
Ah, that's not the worst of it, mate. Have you seen the latest CWA calendar? Ugh.
We're actually more interested in what happened after that. You didn't see him again, did you? Perhaps in the company of a small child?
I might have. And he did have a kid with him, a little boy.
A boy?
Or a girl. Cute little thing. Anyway, bought the calendar and left.
Thanks, Mr. Hassett. You've been very helpful. So you don't have any idea where he might have gone now? Mr. Tufnell? I'm Senior Detective Amy Fox, and this is Leading Senior Constable Kirby from Mount Thomas Police. We're here to inquire about your grandson.
What's he done now?
He's absconded while on day release at the shops this morning.
Well, I haven't seen him. And if he did turn up here, I'd tell him to bugger off.
Well, do you mind if we come in? Have a bit of a snoop around?
Look, if he was here, I'd tell you. The boy's worse than an animal.
Well, you look like a trustworthy type to me. It's just that our boss will get cranky if we don't have a look for ourselves. So, Dean lived with you before he went into the program?
He came to us when he was 7, just after our Jocelyn passed away.
She died of a drug overdose. Dean's no good father got Jocelyn into the drugs. Shot through as soon as he was born.
You didn't need to tell them all that. You don't suppose he's come to any harm, do you?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh.
Which is more than you can say for that little kitty he snatched.
We don't know that he snatched anyone. Isn't that right?
Well, we don't know anything at the moment, just that we really need to find him.
Oh, Dean never meant any harm. Sometimes he'd get frustrated and then he'd lash out, but he always regretted it later.
And always just a bit too late.
Excuse me.
Oh, good.
Dean's room?
Yes.
How long since he lived here?
Oh, since he went into the program about 12 months ago.
He's mad keen on athletics, I see.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't know where he gets that from. Certainly not from Howard. Or me.
Foxy?
Is this your grandson?
Taken about a week before all the trouble. You know, I still can't believe he attacked little Katie so viciously.
Anything?
Nothing, you?
No. Probably find this poor little tack under the floorboards of some derelict
Oh,
house.
don't.
Kel, I don't like it any more than you do, but we've got to face facts.
What the hell did you expect?
Really
I
disgusting.
said you to keep your hands to yourself. I want to report an assault.
Oh, yeah, sure. When did this happen?
Just then, he grabbed me on the breast.
Nah, this is just a mistake.
Are you sure it wasn't accidental?
He reached right across the counter. I was serving him.
Can I have your name, please, sir?
No, you're not taking this seriously.
Name. This way, thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
This young bloke thought the hardware was self-serve.
I thought you were supposed to be looking for Jessica Merrill.
Yeah, mate, we've gone up and down the street, asked everyone, no one's seen a thing.
Well, what about the creep that took her?
Nothing. Sorry.
Can I at least make a phone call and explain what's going on?
Sounds like a fair request, Constable.
Yep, you'll get your phone call. Joss, why don't you take Miss Clark and get her a cup of tea or coffee or something?
I'd love to.
Oh, actually, on second thoughts, you can wait with Mr. Bissett and I'll take care of Miss Clark.
Thanks.
Am I the only one that cares that little girl has probably been abducted by a known sex offender?
No, of course not. It's just that we've got a
Well,
lot of
then
other work
why
to do.
have I been wasting my time interviewing and processing that poor woman over $13 worth of stolen goods?
Take it easy, Jonesy. It's not Mark's fault.
Jones is right. Your first priority should be finding that child.
Thank you.
Especially as this is all your fault in the first place.
You saw what she was wearing. What are you going to do?
Turn up the air conditioning.
Fine and decent assault amusing, do you, Mr. Bissett?
Hang on, I didn't assault anyone.
Right, so Miss Clark gave you permission to touch her on the breast.
I didn't need permission. I had a written invitation.
You're referring to a T-shirt?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's funny, because I didn't see the words grope me written on there. Did you, Constable Peroni?
No, not as such, no.
Look, I didn't go the grope, all right?
So what happened?
I've been working at the mall, and we've been going into the hardware all week, and I mean, you can hardly miss that T-shirt. So this morning, all the blokes, they dared me.
To grope Sky?
No, to ask her to live up to the words on the top, you know, take it off. So I did, and then all bloody hell breaks loose.
So you're saying you never actually touched Miss Clark?
Oh, to hear her yelling and screaming like that, you'd think I did, but I didn't. It was just a joke, that's all. I reckon she'd be used to it wearing a top like that, though.
It wasn't my idea to wear the stupid thing. Jerry makes me.
Your boss?
But doesn't that make you a target for every guy that walks into the place with ideas?
They've all got ideas, trust me.
Well, what does Jerry say to do about it?
Refer them to our low prices on a huge range of everyday building and hardware supplies.
Why doesn't he take out an ad like everyone else?
He reckons the T-shirt's cheaper and more effective.
And is it?
Well, I haven't noticed any more customers in the place.
Look, Rob, Mr. Bissett, sorry, said that he actually didn't make any contact. He just asked you to take it off.
The problem wasn't the asking. It was his not taking no for an answer. Jerry saw the whole thing. Ask him.
Do you actually think I'd let someone fondle Sky just because they're a good customer?
Well, some of your customers might think so from the way you make her dress.
Oh, the T-shirt.
Bit provocative, don't you think?
I've just got 2 words for you, Constable. Sex sells.
That makes it all right, then.
Come on, it's just a bit of fun. The customers like it, the girls like it. Everyone's happy.
That guy is a liar and a sleazebag.
I can't see what he's done that's so bad, frankly.
Oh, well, for a start, I bet you we did see the assault. And you try wearing a T-shirt like that, see how you like it.
I like to think that I don't need a T-shirt to pull chicks, thank you very much.
Turn anything up, you two?
Grandparents couldn't help, but they did give us this photo.
Good, I'll get it circulated.
We also door-knocked the area, spoke to neighbours and old schoolmates. No one sent him and no one gave him the time of day, even if they did.
So that's it, is it?
Of course not, boss.
Well, at least Jones hasn't thrown in the towel. Have you heard from him?
I know you feel terrible about her running off, but I really don't see why you should bear all the responsibility for this. I mean, I was there...
Where is she? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done to her, you bastard? What have you done to her?
Jonesy,
Ah,
all right,
what have you done to her?
that's enough! Jonesy, just back off.
Please don't hit me.
Stand up.
What'd the doc say? Susie, what'd the doc say?
Couldn't find any injuries. The blood must belong to someone else.
All right, take him through the interview room.
No. Where's the little girl? Where is she? Huh?
Hey, back off.
Where's the girl? You better not have hurt her. Just tell me exactly where she is. There'll be no more cafe lattes for you and your social worker. Be up to big boys jail, Dean. Do you know what it's like to be on the receiving end?
Dean, are you all right?
Buggery at bedtime. Constable, that is enough.
Jones!
Senior Sergeant, control your people.
You control yours.
I didn't mean to.
Have you found that missing child yet?
No, but he knows exactly where she is.
Get out there and continue the search.
We've looked around the rail yards. There's nothing
Then
there.
widen the radius.
This guy knows exactly where
Argue
she
with
is.
me, Jones. On your bike now. Rainer, you go too. Sergeant, you're with me.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, boss. I think Jonesy feels a certain responsibility.
I'm
for
not
what
interested in excuses. I will not put up with outbursts like that in this station. So how are you going getting extra help with the search?
Well, there'll be a crew from St David's here first thing in the morning.
Not till then.
Well, it'll be dark in half an hour.
Tell that to the girl's mother.
Boss, there's no point going out in the dark.
Yes, all right. We still need a match on that blood.
Yep, I'll get it to forensics now.
Sergeant, I meant what I said about Jones. He's your responsibility.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll talk to him.
You'll do more than talk to him. You'll bring him under control. Otherwise, he won't be the only one facing disciplinary action.
What we need to know, Dean, is where you went in between the coffee shop and the newsagent. Did you meet a little girl?
Another policeman wants to hurt me.
No one's going to hurt you. All you need to do is tell the truth. Now, the newsagent said that you came into his shop with a little girl.
I'm not allowed to talk to little girls.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. Where did the blood come from?
Go away. Leave me alone.
I'll leave you alone when I get some answers. Now, there was blood all over your shirt. Where did it come from, Dean?
I want to go back to the unit.
I'm afraid that's not possible. You need to tell them, Dean, whatever you've done.
It wasn't my fault.
What wasn't your fault? Did you do something to hurt Jessica Merrill? You said before that you didn't mean to hurt her.
I didn't.
Do you like girls, Dean? You do, don't you? That's okay. No, I like girls too. They're nice to touch. Only sometimes they don't want me to touch them and I get disappointed. And I get angry even. Do you ever feel like that, Dean? Dean?
No. No. I don't do that anymore because it's disgusting and wrong.
Is that why you won't tell us where she is? Because you've done something very wrong?
This isn't going anywhere.
I don't want to go in there.
Oh, it's not so bad. Be considered 5-star accommodation in Kabul.
That rock spider talking yet?
There you go, mate. You'll be right.
So he's still holding out on you, is he?
Yeah, well, you keep freaking him out.
We've tried being nice to that bastard.
I think he's had enough of the Evan Jones treatment. Or buggery at bedtime. Sounds like a gay bar.
Just get out of my way.
I can't do that.
Are you going to move? Or do I have to put you on your ass?
Let me see. What were the options again?
Jonesy, you're being ridiculous.
She's right. I mean, if you're going to beat a confession out of a suspect, at least do it in a room without a camera.
Constable, I thought you were told to keep away from the prisoner.
Jones was just inquiring into his welfare, Sarge.
Right, I gather nothing turned up in the search.
No.
That little girl is out there somewhere, and he knows where.
Yeah, well, if he knows anything, he's not going to say it.
Well, let me have a go with him.
No can do, I'm afraid. However, we do need a volunteer for night shift and to help guard the prisoner.
All right.
Thank you. Leading Senior Constable Kirby, very good of you to volunteer.
No problem. Suze.
Hey, you've already organised yourself something to eat.
No way. Not much for the prisoner. What are you doing here?
Well, I come bearing gifts.
Ah, saved. Thought I was going to be dining on cheese and bickies tonight. There's too much here for me. I have to throw the rest of it out.
It's supposed to feed too.
Are you feeding me so you can take advantage of me?
Yep.
I, better go seduce the prisoner with this.
You better not. This will be ready by the time you get back.
Oh, you know, if I do come back. Oh, fair go, Jonesy. I'm responsible for the guy's welfare. If you scragged him, it could severely affect my chances of promotion.
Well, I thought you might want a bit of company.
Oh, nothing on TV?
Well, I just come from the kid's mother. Just wanted to keep her updated.
How is she?
Well, how do you reckon? She's a bloody mess. It's all my fault.
Oh, hang on. If she hadn't been going the 5-finger discount, she might have been paying more attention to her kid.
Yeah, but I should have been paying attention.
Hey, Jonesy. Just dropping off some dinner for Alex, which is just about ready.
Oh, great. Thanks very much for that.
No worries. I'll see you guys later.
She's a great chick.
Yeah, she is.
Well, she made a huge portion if you want to split it.
Nah, it's okay. I might just head off.
Dinner? You're not hungry? Hey, apologies for Constable Jones. You know, he's actually quite a nice guy. Should, probably eat less red meat, though. Okay, I'll just leave this then.
I don't like it in here. I want to go home.
Well, no one wants to keep you here, Dean. But we can't go home until we find out what happened to the little girl. Where is she? Did you hurt her?
She was going to I got scared. I just wanted to stop her telling her mum.
Where'd this happen?
In our backyard.
The backyard at your grandparents'?
She used to sneak in. Her mum didn't like us playing together.
Hang on, are you talking about Jessica now?
I don't know Jessica. She said she was going to tell her mum. I was trying to stop her telling her mum.
Katie. You're talking about Katie, aren't you? The little girl who lived next door.
They wouldn't let me go back home. They put me in the program.
You didn't meet any little girl at the shops today, did you?
Just wanted one of those calendars.
How's our guest?
Still alive and kicking, if that's what you're asking.
Well, he's lucky that I wasn't on duty last night.
You might put on the big tough act, but you would have done your job.
No, I thought our job was to find this girl. I just want some answers from that boy.
Answers are fine. It's the way you've been asking the questions that's the problem.
So you prefer the way Alex asks them?
Well, he managed to get a result.
No, he didn't. He never told Alex anything.
Yesterday, no. But Alex talked to him during the night. There's been a development.
Yeah, she didn't answer the phone.
Probably out looking for a kid.
What new development?
I had a little chat with Dean about what happened yesterday. He's denying any involvement in Jessica's disappearance.
And you believe him?
Yeah, I do, actually. I looked up his record of interview from when he was put away. Sure, the crime was a shocker, but he never lied about it.
Well, how come the newsagent saw him with Jessica? And how come he had blood all over
All right,
him?
well, I don't have all the answers yet.
You want answers? How's this? He told the truth the first time around. Because he didn't understand the consequences of his actions. Now he knows that he's going to jail, and that terrifies him.
That's too complicated for him. He's just like a big kid.
Don't underestimate him.
Thank you very much.
He's done it before.
Blood test result from Tufnell's shirt, O positive.
Jessica Merrill's blood type.
Yeah, and half the population.
Well, I'd like to talk to him again. Would you mind sitting in? You seem to have earned his trust.
No, you really should have an 8-hour shift break.
No, it's no problem.
Since Kirby's been trying to phone the mother without success, perhaps somebody should go around and talk to her.
That's fine, boss. No problem.
Miss Merrill, you okay?
I took some pills. Help me sleep. What is it? You found Jessica?
I'm afraid not, but there's a very real possibility the man we have in custody didn't abduct your daughter.
Didn't?
This could be a good thing. Is there anywhere that she might have gone under her own steam?
So you don't have a clue. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Someone might be looking after her family.
No, we don't have family. Not here.
Melbourne, then?
She's 5 years old. I really doubt she's going to get to Melbourne under her own steam. And she wouldn't go back there. Not after all the trouble.
What trouble?
Bloody DHS tried to take her off me. Yeah, they might think I'm crap, but I'm her mum and she needs me.
I'm sure she does.
So stop yakking to me while you go out and find her.
Sky, what's going on?
I've been sacked.
He can't do that.
Jerry's business, Jerry's call. Doesn't want troublemakers, he says.
So it's all right for his customers to go around touching you on the breast?
You know, he thinks I've just blown it all out of proportion. Reckon I'm just trying to make a point about that stupid T-shirt.
That slimy bastard.
But I'm not left with a leg to stand on. So I'm going to drop the complaint.
And let them get away with it?
Well, I don't see what else we can do.
Well, we get that guy to own up about what he's done, and then your boss will have to eat his words and give you your job back.
Someone pass me a pencil? Pencil? Ah.
No worries.
What now?
Rob, you said you're under arrest for indecent assault.
You're joking. She's joking, isn't she?
No, mate. Constable O'Rourke never jokes.
So you can either come voluntarily or you can use the handcuffs.
You must want me bad, baby. Hey, you can cuff me anytime, love.
Mates put you up to this, did they?
What the hell's wrong with you? Did someone cop a free feel?
Wonder if they'll still want to know you when I charge them with incitement.
What?
Well, they dared you to indecently assault Miss Clark, didn't they? That's incitement.
Come on, I told you that wasn't the dare. All I had to do was ask her to take off her top.
Right. So putting your hand on Miss Clark's breast was all your idea?
Yes. No, wait, I didn't...
Hey, you just admitted it.
Come on, fair go.
Well, you heard him, didn't you, Constable Peroni?
I did. You asked him if putting his hand on Miss Clark's breast was his idea, and he said yes.
Come on, whose side are you on?
Should have asked first, mate.
Hello! If you've come about the job, I'll have to get you to try on one of the T-shirts.
Oh, very funny. I've come to tell you that we've charged Rob Bissett with indecent assault.
Good for you.
So does Sky get her job back?
I don't think so.
But she was telling the truth. She was assaulted.
Did she tell you that's why I gave her the sack?
Isn't it?
I let her go because she refused to work the shifts I gave her.
It's my brother's wedding on Saturday. I told him about it weeks ago.
And he agreed to give you the time off?
Yeah. But then today I'm suddenly rostered on again, and when I say I can't work, he fires me.
That's disgraceful. Who is this?
Jerry Jackson. He's got the hardware store in Penrith.
Yeah, that'd be right.
And this roster change, it was definitely after you complained about being groped?
Yep. Bissett's boss rings to bitch about me. Next thing I know, I'm indispensable on Saturday Arvo.
Well, that's all right. We'll just get the phone records and prove this sudden roster change was just an excuse to get rid of you.
Kel, can I talk to you for a sec? We would need the inspector's written authority to get these phone records, and we're not going to get them over something like this. And apart from that, unfair dismissal is not a police matter.
This is so wrong.
Oh, I won't be shopping there again, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wonder how many other people feel the same.
All right, let's go.
A lot would, especially when they find out what sort of a creep he is.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, Chris, do 3SD still do that talkback session in the afternoons?
Kel.
Yeah, I'm on there all the time for council.
This is not our job.
Have you got their number?
I have spoken to every rock slider in Mount Thomas, and not so much as a whiff. Just feel like I need a very long shower.
So there's nothing more you can tell me?
Kirby's on the blower to Jessica's DHS caseworker.
Oh, well, something's got to break soon, surely.
Yep, sounds great. All right, I'll see you then. Bye. How'd you go? We'll probably take in dinner and a show when I'm next in
Just
Melbourne.
get on with it, Kirby.
Well, it seems that Lee had a drug problem. Her daughter was in foster care for 6 weeks late last year.
6 weeks, that's not long.
Yeah, well, she got her act together. She stopped using. But one thing I did find out was the kid hated foster care. Had to be dragged away from her mum, kicking and screaming.
So the mother gets arrested and the kid runs away rather than go through the whole foster care thing again.
Where would she run to?
Well, we asked her mum. She had no idea.
Yes.
It won't be the foster mum, but I thought I'd try all the same.
Tony Timms might have something for us. Someone from the supermarket rang the Gazette about the photo on the front page. They reckon that they saw Jessica last week in the company of an older woman.
So you think this person has Jessica?
Well, it is a possibility, yes.
Well, I've told you that we don't know anyone here.
What, there's no other adult in the whole of Mount Thomas that Jessica ever talks to?
I've seen her talking to Gwen sometimes. She's old.
Well, what's her surname?
Stuffed if I know. Okay, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be out finding my girl.
And where does she live?
Across the road. But you're wasting your time. She's away in Wangaratta.
I'll check around back.
Why do I listen to you bastards?
Alex.
Jessica.
Go away! Jessica!
It's okay.
Jessica!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Jessica! Mommy! Mommy! Jessica! Oh! Oh, thank God. You alright? You alright?
looks okay,
Just
but...
bugger off. If it hadn't been for you, none of this would have happened.
Poor little kid found herself a grandma.
So if this Gwenda was in Wangaratta, how did the kid get into the house?
But she knew where the spare key was.
How old is she?
5.
Resourceful.
Oh, with a mother like that, you gotta be.
And she never had any contact at all with Dean Tufnell?
None.
Okay, so I was wrong about that. But all that blood on his shirt has to have come from somewhere.
Well, he has been through some kind of trauma. It's the one topic I can't get him to go anywhere near.
Well, we all know that he's capable of violence. So maybe we've just been looking for the wrong victim.
Then where's the body?
You found him in an old carriage, didn't you?
Yeah. Jonesy and I scoured the whole area. If there'd been a body, we would have found it, believe me.
Yeah, but go back to why we were searching there in the first place.
Because it was on a direct line to the grandparents' place.
Mr. Tufnell, it's the police. Is anyone home? Alex, have you got anything?
All the blinds are drawn. You would not go home or not.
Check the garage.
Bloody hell.
There's a faint pulse. I'll check the rest of the house. You call an ambulance.
Now, Thomas 509 to VKC.
Bring me up to date.
Well, Dora Tufnell's dead as the result of a shotgun blast at close range, and Howard's in hospital suffering from a stroke.
Was he able to speak?
He may never speak again.
Evan and Susie still out there?
Yeah, the London crime scene ahead.
So what do you reckon? Attempted murder-suicide?
Well, if that was the case, you'd think we'd have found a weapon.
And you haven't?
Wasn't at the house, no.
We've got to be looking at a third party.
Young Dean?
I'd like to have a chat with him.
We're going to have to wait in line. Homicide are here already.
What have they said?
Well, we haven't worked with this bloke before. He says he knows you.
Garth Henderson. Hi, Amy.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
You two work together?
A long time ago, yeah.
We're old friends. I was in homicide, Amy was in organised crime. We worked a case together. It's good to see you again.
Yeah. So has the boss filled you in on the case?
Yeah, I'm pretty much across it. Tell me about this suspect of yours.
Well, he had blood all over him, the time frame's right, and he seems to be suffering some kind of post-traumatic stress.
Sounds like a good fit. Well, it shouldn't take long. I'll need someone alongside me for the interview.
It's been Amy's case.
Well, Senior Constable Kirby's the one you want. He's built up a real rapport with the suspect.
Then Senior Constable Kirby it is. Now, Dean, after you left the shops yesterday, did you go to your grandparents' place?
It's all right, mate.
Did you go to your grandparents? Dean, I need you to say yes or no for the tape.
You said I could go back to the unit when the little girl was found.
I know, Dean, I know, but something very bad has happened to your gran and pa. We need to find out what you know about it.
I don't want to talk about that.
No? Why not?
Just don't. I want to go home.
You need to talk to us first.
I hate it here.
Yeah, well, hate it or not, Dean, you have to stay here until we get some answers. Hey, no, don't go to her, you look at me. Look at me. Did you shoot your grandmother? You know this isn't going to go away, Dean. It's not going to go away. I'll ask you one more time, okay?
He's had enough abuse at the hands of the police.
No one's abusing him, Mrs. Parker.
Yesterday when he was brought in, Constable Jones had to be dragged off him.
Can I have a word?
Interview suspended at 3:11.
Did they find that at the Tufnell place?
Yeah. He was tossing the scrub out the back of his house.
Registered owner Howard Tufnell. He'd owned it for years.
So what are the odds of finding Dean's paw prints all over it, eh?
I will know soon enough.
Did you get any admissions?
With his bloody caseworker running interference, not very likely.
You know what I think might work?
Yeah, look, I think I've had enough rapport for one day. If that shotty comes back with his fingerprints on it, he's been charged with murder.
Get it off to forensics.
Well, I was going to suggest we get her pissed.
I thought you said neutral ground.
Well, this is the best kind. One that serves alcohol. You want a beer?
I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but it won't work.
I'm just seeing if there's a way we can work together to help Dean Tufnell.
By incarcerating him for the rest of his life.
Well, if he shot his grandmother, he needs incarcerating.
Yesterday he was supposed to have kidnapped and murdered a little girl. Today it's his grandmother. You people should make up your minds.
Well, I'm not so sure he killed anyone.
Constable Jones might disagree.
Yeah, well, Jonesy missed his last rabies shot. Don't worry about him.
Jonesy? Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah, I know, but he's an old mate. What can you do?
Dean adored his grandmother. He would have never hurt her.
Well, maybe she got in the way. Maybe he was pointing a gun at the old man.
Hardly. He lived in terror of Howard.
Oh, he's one for the discipline, was he?
He caught Dean masturbating a couple of times. He still has nightmares about the thrashing he handed out.
So maybe Dean was trying to get his own back.
Look, Dean Tufnell is incapable of standing up to any adult, especially one as powerful as his grandfather. Why do you think he started having sex with children?
If you just tell us what happened, you might not have to go back to Melbourne. We know you went to your grandparents. Are they happy to see you? Mate, if you don't talk to me, I can't help you.
I went to her house.
What did your grandpa say?
He said I was a pervert and he didn't want me around anymore.
Was your gran there?
She told Pa to leave me alone.
What happened then? Dean, someone got the shotgun, didn't they? Who is that, Dean?
Grandpa.
Did he shoot your gran?
He didn't mean to. He was pointing it at me and Gran got in the way and it went off.
What happened then?
Grandpa went out the back door to the garage and he fell down.
Did you take the shotgun away, Dean? Why?
I didn't want anyone else to get hurt.
What does he want?
Constable O'Rourke. Mr. Jackson's made a complaint against you.
I'm sure it's nothing next to the complaint I'd like to make against him.
See what I mean about attitude?
Mr. Jackson's business has been receiving unfavourable publicity, and he puts it down to you.
Sky Clark's been on the radio accusing me of running a sexist advertising campaign and then sacking her when she blew the whistle.
And your complaint is...
That shock jock on 3SD's been talking about nothing else all afternoon. Huh? I've had half a dozen calls from customers cancelling orders, and now there's a bloody picket line outside my shop.
And you believe that Constable O'Rourke is somehow responsible?
Who do you think put her up to it?
Constable?
Yeah, it's true, boss. I advised Sky Clark to go on the radio.
See? Out of her own mouth.
Well, you treated her like crap. She deserves all the help she can get.
You have way exceeded your authority, Constable.
I'll be the judge of that, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it?
Well, there's no rule against a police member offering advice and support to a victim of crime.
My taxes pay your wages.
Not for very long if you go out of business. I'd suggest you get your house in order. Possible Peroni. We'll show you out.
Bloody cops. Just a big bloody club.
Thanks for backing me up.
Yeah, all right, O'Rourke. The less I know about this, the better.
Right, who's for a drink?
Oh, I really should be heading back.
Oh, come on. You and Amy haven't had a chance to catch up. You can head back to Melbourne in the morning.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Yeah, okay. Why not?
I can't believe you actually took Dean's caseworker to the pub.
Jonesy's a mate. Couldn't have his ass in a sling.
Yeah, well, a victory calls for a celebration.
Oh, the others are down at the Imperial.
I was thinking more my place, bottle of wine.
And what about Jonesy?
What about him?
Well, isn't there some Susie Jonesy scenario?
Didn't stop you before.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm feeling guilty.
You guilty?
I'm serious. Jonesy and I go way back.
Well, Jonesy had his chance and he never took it.
You realise, if I drink the wine, then I won't be able to drive home.
Yep.
So, you two haven't seen each other since that case finished?
Not since then, no.
Well, Howard Tufnell's still in a coma, the poor old bugger.
Poor old bugger. He went after his grandson with a shotty.
Yeah. Something we never would have known if it wasn't for Alex.
Hey, where is Alex? I was going to buy him a beer.
You can buy me one instead.
Oh, no, it's all right. My shout.
Give her a hand. Listen, Amy, can we talk?
Is there anything to say?
Only that I'm sorry. I behaved like an idiot. What you told me, it came as a shock.
Look,
and
you've made your feelings really clear.
I was wrong. I'm asking for a second chance.
I've been there before. Never again.
Please. At least think about it, eh? If there's anything I can do or...
Actually, yeah, there is. You can get in your car, go back to Melbourne and get out of my life.
Garth Henderson, it's for you.
Yeah.
Can I have another round of
Yes.
drinks? Thanks, Chris. Sure.
When was this? Yep. Yeah, what's the address? Yep. Yeah, I'll be right there. You might have to put up with me for a little longer. That was Mark Jacobs. There's been a body found.